have a good reason for creating this video, and it's because I consider it valuable content for my channel. But then, there's a real reason for this video. The real reason for this video is my friend. My friend wants to kill himself. My friend wants to die a slow death. But no, I'm not going to be a part of this. A wise man in my hometown once said that the slowest yet surest way to kill a man is to give him a bad wife and a lot of debts. So my friend could as well be preparing for his own burial for reason number 2. A lot of debts. My friend has been borrowing money from myself and a lot of mutual friends and friends of friends. It seems like it's a cycle, and the cycle is back to me. But instead of lending him money this time, I'm going to make a recording of this video and send it to him. He's going to think I'm petty and he won't like the idea of this video. But I don't care. If only he takes the time to watch this video till the end, he will find out the very little and simple things I've been doing to stay debt-free. Yes. I've been debt-free for a very long time, and it's a good feeling. The things that I do, just like I said before, are not very complex things, just very little things, and I'm going to share these tips with you. The first thing that I do is to ensure not to spend more than I earn monthly. So let's say I earn $100 monthly. I make sure not to spend above $100 in a month. And how do I achieve this? I make a budget and write down the list of things I intend to buy within the month, a list of things I intend to spend money on within the month, and make sure that the items on this list do not exceed $100. Then if it exceeds $100, how am I supposed to buy those things? So I make a priority listing. Some things are more important than the others. I make sure that these things are covered in my budget, and whatever it is I can't afford with the current leftover, I can put over till some other time. So let's say along the line I start developing a desire to buy an expensive Rolex watch or a Lamborghini. $100 monthly income can get me a Lamborghini or an expensive Rolex watch. So what do? I start saving bits from the $100 that I make monthly so I can buy a Rolex watch or a Lamborghini some other time in the future. So this takes me to the next point, savings. Yes, let's say I earn $100 still. The idea of saving is to make sure you put out something from what you currently earn. So if I earn $100, I might commit to, yes, I use the word commit because if you're not committed to it, it can be quite difficult. So I commit to putting aside, let's say, $10 out of that 100 every month. So if I would love to own a Rolex watch and this watch costs $100, when I save $10 out of my $100 income monthly, I'll be able to afford a Rolex watch after 10 months. Oh, you think 10 months is too long a time to wait to own a Rolex watch? Come on, if you don't wait for 10 months, by saving, you will have to borrow money to buy a Rolex watch. And what does this do to you? This keeps getting you into more debt. So, same thing applies to the Lamborghini. You have to put out $10 out of the $100 income you currently make. And I don't know the cost of a Lamborghini now, but check the internet and you will find out. Says for a number of months or years, and you will be able to afford for yourself a Lamborghini. See, my friend, if you can't afford a Lamborghini from your savings, if you have to borrow money to buy a Lamborghini without being sure of how to repay, then a Lamborghini is not for you. Look for something low cost like a bicycle, a bike, and that will be fine for now. So that takes me to point number 3, contentment. You have to be contented with what you currently have. Like, if you're not contented, one day you're going to be tempted to go break into a bank just to get money to feed your desires. Not every of your desires is a do or die affair. Some people want to buy a lot of stuff because they think that material things make them happy. They are buying a lot of stuff because they want to feel good, they want to appear rich before their friends and a lot of other people. Why are you doing this stuff? To impress someone? Okay, now you've impressed them. Like, you've bought those expensive stuff, you've bought stuff you can't afford by borrowing money just to impress other people. Where has that gotten you? The stuff you don't have today, you can get for yourself tomorrow. All you have to do is be happy about the things you have, appreciate the things you have. If you can't buy an expensive gadget, go for a low-cost gadget. See how you can maximize its usage till you can afford a bigger one. You don't have to let what's happening around you and the gadgets people are using control your own desires. You know you can't afford it. Maybe they can afford it. Maybe they have to borrow money. Maybe they are indebted to a lot of people because they had to borrow to buy those gadgets. So you have to take your eyes off what other people are doing and face your own future and face your own plans. The plan is to get you out of debt. And you can't do that when you're busy looking at what every other person is doing, admiring everything that you see and thinking that getting them also will make you happy. Who has told you that these people are happy because of the stuff they have? Okay, yes, money is good, material things are very, very important, material things are very, very, but it doesn't ultimately make you happy. Look for the real source of happiness. Set yourself. When you do this, you will find out that it takes more than material things to keep you happy. And then you won't have to kill yourself and enslave yourself because you want to get stuff. Things you don't have today, you can always get tomorrow. So take it calmly, take it easy, one day at a time, one step at a time, and you can have all the good things you want. Okay, that's false positivity. You can't have every good thing you want. You must learn to be contented. Even when you don't have them, understand that your life can still be beautiful. Go ahead, learn to live a beautiful life that is independent of having material things. Yes, I do this personally and it has changed my life, it has changed my worldview, and it has changed my perception about the things I need to really do to be happy. Now I live a happier life and you too can. I know that this question might be in your head. You've been asking, okay, I earn $100, I earn $200, but this is just very little to foot my bills for the month. Okay, I understand that the money you currently earn may be little at the time. This is the reason you have to trim down your expenses. Like, make a list of everything you've been spending money on, and you're going to find out that there is something you can always shed off. You're going to find out that there is something you could have done without that you went ahead to spend money on. This is why I advise for people to pay attention to the things they actually need. So if your current income cannot cater for all the things on your budget list, I'll give you an advice. You're going to need another job. Yeah, another job. If you think you deserve everything on that list, then you should pick another job. So if you're earning $100 from a current job and $100 isn't enough to foot your bills, then you have to work harder to pick another job, or another one, then another one. Yes, this is the only way you can get more money to spend on more stuff without borrowing. Working extra jobs. A lot of people are lazy. A lot of people whose tastes are very high, like my friend, are lazy people. They don't want to do work, but they have great tastes for stuff that are mostly expensive, things they can afford. This is wrong. If you think you deserve these things, then you go work for them. Pick an extra job, pick 2 other jobs, 3 other jobs, kill yourself. But don't borrow to make it happen. That's my candid advice. I used to have a single source of income, but then I needed more money. I didn't like the anxiety of knowing that the money in my pocket will soon run off, so I decided to add another source of income and then another one. These ones were bringing in just little and little and little, but when you add it up at the end of the month, you find out that you have more to spend. And this way, you can continue spending without getting yourself into more debt. Now, this doesn't mean you should earn more money and start spending it like a fool. When you have earned more money, you should revisit the first advice I gave. Make sure you still keep your expenses below the current earning. Make sure you still put aside something as savings. Remain contented, then continue working at those jobs until you don't feel the pressure of borrowing. Now you can take care of your financial needs without unnecessary borrowing. Last advice I have for you is to stop digging. A wise saying goes, when you've dug yourself into a pit and you're serious about getting out, the first thing you do is to stop digging. If you find yourself in debt, what you have to do if you want to get out of debt is to stop getting yourself into more debts. This means implement the earlier advice I've given and then start working also towards repaying the debts you have previously incurred. So you can't become totally debt-free if you don't settle the previous debts. So stop getting yourself into more debts, settle the previous debts, and sooner or later, with time, you'll find out you're free, clean by the blood, and there's nothing hanging on your neck anymore. And with it comes freedom. Freedom. You don't know how, you might never know what the taste of freedom is until you've implemented this and achieved the results that I achieved. I feel very free inside of me. I feel very free to interact with people, not thinking that they will resent me because I owe them money. I feel very free when I approach my friends for one form of assistance or the other, because I know that there is nothing to be ashamed of anymore. I know that now they can look at me with more seriousness than if I owed them money and I've not been able to pay back. That's freedom. That will be all for this video. Please, I'd love to read your comments. I'd love to know what your challenges have been.